I guess, wait, it's almost Friday. It is Friday Eve. Whatever. I think we know. I hope you're all having a good one. Got a lot of folks here. Let me say howdy. And Daiwei, good to see you. Very cool cowl. I like the button. Very big button. Oh, Mom, hope you're doing well. Goshi, good to see you. Sukabeth, happy Friday Eve. Steph, I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday Eve. All Mom, good to see you too. Did I say, oh yeah, no, All Mom twice. All Mom twice. Senu, Swirl, good to see you. Rebecca, hope you're doing well as well. Good to see everyone. I hope things are going well. Let's start by like, there's some good, oh, we got more stuff from Daiwake. Hold on. All right, let's back it up. So Rebecca finished off these awesome mittens. These turned out lovely. It's a very, very neat yarn. Very beautiful yarn. Daiwik did the stitching on his cowl, which looked very dashing. And then you got a button. You got a big button. How'd you like putting on the button? Hopefully you enjoyed the button better than me. Okay, it did help a lot. Now you don't need the hood on for it to sit nice. Oh, good. Why not have a bold button on it? Yeah, exactly. Oh, now, okay, working on a cloak, but it's too warm to have flannel while you hand sew. Look at that. Hey, nice. Ooh, a flannel cloak. Very nice. Looking good. Awesome. That's a good one. All right. Wincing, happy time zones. How are you doing? Thank you so much for your order. Wincing bought some stuff from the shop. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me ask you something. Would you mind if I threw in a thing of tea? Cinnamon tea? You have a friend over for a stitch and bitch right now? Oh, crocheting up a storm. Nice. What are you crocheting, Steph? It was alpaca yarn. Okay. Wow. Really, the green? I guess they dye the yarn. Was that green? I didn't see many green alpacas. Oh yes, of course. But you typically don't see a lot of dyed alpaca yarn. I guess there is some. Anyway. You added me. Oh yeah. I just saw the meme. That was pretty funny. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I will throw that in. I will endeavor to get that out tomorrow. You're making a mini tote bag out of granny squares. Oh, fun. Nice. Like classic granny squares or some other granny form? Some other form of granny. Oh no. If I don't do it like today or tomorrow, I probably won't get around to like next Thursday. The next whatever is going to be like brutal. In fact, I'm a little bit worried because so Moko's still doing their giveaway stuff. They're like 3 away from me. They might get to me today. Otherwise, they'll get to me tomorrow unless if something else happens. But then it's going to be really hard for me to get stuff out on Friday or Saturday. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Then again, it might all just be like, whatever. They're classic grannies. Okay. Nice. Hey, Chemical Squirrel! Twitch chat's busy. Yeah, oh yeah, over on YouTube. No, yeah, YouTube is really generally pretty quiet.
How many night balls did you kill today?
Day, Starbug!
How many night balls did you kill today?
How was Ocarina of Time? Amu, good to see you, Starbug. Thank you so much for the raid. Hey, if you're not following Starbug60, click that heart icon right now. Check out the next stream. Today was playing some retro, playing Ocarina of Time. You're pretty close to the end, it looks like. Or at least I saw you with all the cloaks, the armor. How's that coming along? Well, yeah, Chemical Squirrel, thank you. Thanks for hopping over. I will often tend to miss YouTube comments, so I'll catch the first comment, but then I'll typically miss the later ones. Very productive declutter day. Oh, nice. You cleaned your hobby room. Whoa. And vacuumed properly, took out boxes, reached corners. Felt good to have space again. Nice. Well, that'll last how long? Yeah, so Starbug often working on miniature painting, but occasionally playing retro games and sometimes drawing turkeys and giving them fantastical stories. Sometimes playing Tamagotchi style games. But today was a retro day. Amu, how's it going? Hope you're doing well as well. You're really surprised that your copy of Ocarina was the one that... Wait, was the one that got pulled off the shelf? Oh, it's your favorite game? Nice, okay. You have the stones tattooed on your spine. Ow! That's pretty cool, though. You have 2 temples left to do before Ganon's castle. Okay, nice. That's pretty good. It'll last for at least tonight. Okay. Oops. You're trying to be more regular with retro games. Yeah, that'll be great. That's cool. Now we just need to get you like a capture card or something. Got to put that as like a goal for donations and stuff. Starbug, would you say you have more Super Nintendo games or more N64 games? You're doing good. I'm doing well, thank you. The shirt is coming along well. We're on the last sleeve and we're on the last part of the sleeve. So we're about halfway done with this sleeve. And we've got like maybe 4 more rows to go. So we should finish up. We should finish up this the sleeve and the shirt today. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't miss make sure I didn't miss the whatever's. That would be nice. Oh, the one with the chanting in the fire temple. Okay, yeah. More Super Nintendo games. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the I don't know what kind of the modern solution for converting to HDMI. The Super Nintendo. I've got a Super or Nintendo NT or whatever it was, which was the analog console. But I forget what other options there are. Otherwise, yeah, I picked up one of those ages ago. Yeah, they stopped making it. So yeah, I bought mine, I don't know, 10 years ago. Oh, you have a Hyperkin. So there are other versions. Okay. So you would have something that has HDMI out and would be able to go into a capture card. Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. I think the it's been a while since I bought, it's been like, I don't know, 3 years since I bought my capture card, almost 4. I don't remember anymore what there's like, when you go look at capture cards, there's some like weird division line where like, oh, this is like a general purpose capture card, but it won't capture, and then like insert strange console here, or like this won't do Game Boy Advance, or you know, whatever. Where it's like, oh, I don't remember what it was. I just remember it was like, it was oddly specific about, it's not going to work for, if you don't pay attention, you're going to get one that won't do certain things. I'm like, well, that's annoying. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, but you know, think about if you got a computer that has a an available slot, like figure out what would work. I'd say put that up as a channel goal. You have too many goals, okay. Well, thank you again for the raid. I'm hoping we can plug through this and finish this shirt off today. With the yarn I got from Hobby, I got there's a couple amigurumi that we're probably gonna start. Ooh, hold on. Hold on, I want to get in on this giveaway. This is a good one. Wow, smushed. Kaz, how are you doing? Thank you for the smush. You need a new streaming setup, meaning a new camera, a mic, and meaning, oh, okay, and a capture card. Ah, I'm back. Okay. Whew. In pain. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope that doesn't last long. What do I need to do? So the Moko group is again still doing these giveaways. They're not even halfway through. They started at the beginning of April. Now again, they took a week off for St. Jude charity event, but they're not even halfway through the giveaways. They've been giving away stuff from the community, all these donated items. Yellow is done. and they are 3 away. Corn, how are you doing? Yeah, I heard they're going to be moving over the weekend, and it's like, oh my gosh, and they're going to have to set up everything, like, ugh. They're 3 away, so they're currently doing, they're currently giving away this, which is, well, it's not on the screen now, but it's like a handmade, hammered, forged cloak pin, which would be very beautiful with a lot of handmade crocheted knitted items, right? We've got Arsenic Gummy Bear, and then me. We're giving away first this. Well, I'm gonna make a different one, but we're giving away one of these guys. Plus a bunch of stickers. That's our first giveaway. The second giveaway is this guy. That will be that actual one. Plus a bunch of stickers. So I'm gonna be early tomorrow. That's what I kind of figured. Which is like, oh well. Oh, this is the last one they said? Okay. Alright. Oh, anyway. Goshi, how are you doing? You know, on my way home from work, I typically pass by a Williams-Sonoma. And I keep thinking, like, I wonder if I'll be able to go in there and actually, like, buy some stuff. Raylan is very challenging too. She's been a little bit of a handful over the last couple of days. You can hear her screaming a lot. But she isn't that age, I guess. I hadn't heard, like, are they going to set up the studio in their mom's house's basement? Is that the plan? Hey, Maniacal Queen. Oh, they're gonna go to Derek's old place. Oh wow. Oh, Derek's old place at their mom's house. Over the garage. Nice. Hold on. Maniacal Queen bought something from the shop. Thank you very much, Maniacal Queen. Got some tea and calligraphy. I'm gonna get that ready tonight. Oh, she broke the 2500. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Wincing bought a bunch of stuff. I got to report those sales. And Nanner bought something yesterday. That was awesome. Thank you, everyone. You know, so people have been getting the tea. What I'm curious is to get feedback on the tea. Like I'm excited that people are buying stuff, sure, but like also the tea. I'm very curious about the thoughts on the tea. Okay, Maniacal Queen went for the cinnamon day. I just realized that when your kiddos get bigger, you do raids again. Wait, you do raids again? So we got the cinnamon tea. I got to get a better picture here. That doesn't look so great. And the cookie kabuki tea. And the cookie or kabuki. Oop. Wait, where did I put that? There it is. You picked up your UFO baby blanket, trying to finish off some stuff in your yarn stash but before casting on something new. Oh, nice. You're aiming for completing at least 4 really old UFOs. Oh, good. That's a great idea. You know, this project that we're finishing up, I'm going to have pretty much this left over. Like a little bit more will be gone, but pretty much this will be left over. I'll have a second one like that. I've got this and this and this and this and this. That's the leftover yarn from the shirt, for just how inefficient it was to have a gradation. If I weren't trying to keep the gradation, I could have used 3 skeins, no problem. But instead, it's like much less or much more. It's kind of sad. If you do come with a cookie flavored tea, make sure the label is kabuki slicing a cookie with their sword. Yeah, that'll be the kabuki cookie. Wait. I'm trying to think. I do have a tea that is gingerbread, like highly gingerbread flavored, so that could be it. That would be the kabuki cookie. One of the challenges with teas that are named after like sweet things is that unless if you put sweetener in them, you're never going to evoke that sweetness. I mean, you can get a little bit of sweetness naturally in tea, depending on the components and everything, but nothing to the level of like a, you know, pastry type dessert or whatever. So it's a little bit of a downside because it can be kind of like a mental mismatch. No, I got 4 in there. I cannot have that. Sorry, OCD. Will not allow. Yeah, and I didn't realize that Kofi bot comes in here and like rats you out. So thank you. That's kind of funny. Yeah, Kofi bot's like a snitch. It doesn't say what, it just says that, but it does call you out. It calls you out and then it calls on other people to support me. Yeah, see? That's what it popped in. I should create an alert. Thank you very much, Maniacal Queen. I'm going to endeavor to get that out tomorrow. All right, they're spinning the wheel. Wait, I'm not on the wheel. No. Oh well. Welcome for all the extra work. I got 1 order, so Nana ordered some stuff yesterday. Quick, get on the... It's too late. So I got that out today, and they were pushing the max capacity of the boxes I had bought. They bought like 3 of the small vials of tea. And which I guess that's okay to say. I think they said that on stream. But anyway, I had bought these you know, boxes that were like yay big, but it turns out it's not huge. Good luck packing yours. Well, the calligraphy should pack relatively well. I think the trick will be protecting the calligraphy from the tea. I was saying, I'm really excited to see what people think about the tea look like, or how people like the tea, or what they don't like about it. Putting is like, yeah, I've got bubble wrap, so it should be fine. Oh, and then hopefully, hopefully I still have the calligraphy. Hey, Lil Montan. Good evening. I hope you're well. I'm doing good, thank you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday Eve. Oops. Ooh. Hey. Well, it's almost Friday for some people. Definitely Friday Eve. You're tired but good. You know, things have been... Is it just me, or does everyone seem like more tired than normal? I feel very tired too. Of course, I haven't been sleeping much, so that's part of it. Friday in 1.5 hours. See, there we go. Oops. Oh, did you get some from Corin too? Nice. Hey. I need to sit down and check it out over the weekend. Oh, what'd you get? You only got a half-hour nap today. Tragic. A true tragedy. You posted the blanket in Discord for later? Oh, okay. Oh, the autumn grass. Oh, wow. So you got one of the, oh. One of his original. Nice. That is a beautiful one. I love the fan shape. Classic Japanese style there. Is that Uchiwa? The name for that shape? Ooh. Get a 15-ounce mug. You have this massive blank space on your wall and you're, hey, nice. That'll look awesome there. Oh, here's Rebecca's. UFO blanket. That's very nice. Wait, that's a blanket? This looks like it's going to be like a, it looks like it's in the round, like a sock.
Hello there.
You think the blanket's gorgeous? What does UFO mean? Oh, unfinished object. Yeah, it's not, although if you look really closely, you'll see the space people. Yeah, it's another way to say whip, but more about like, usually a UFO is like, oh, I haven't touched that thing in years. Whereas a whip is like, oh, I might have touched that in the last month or 2 or 5. Hey, Rudy, happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. It's cuter than whip, that's for sure. The UFOs. You're so done with the blanket for your friend. Oh no. A few pieces left to sew together in the outer border. Well, then you're almost done. Kind of like this shirt. I'm definitely over this shirt, but I still have to eat my broccoli. You knit in the round and then steek it. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I can see that. So you end up not having to purl anything that way. Oh, that's cool. That is literally why steeking was created, right? To avoid having to purl. So how does that work for the back side or the inside? Because you're changing colors. Do you end up having floats that are visible on the back side? Like, is the yarn floating on the back? You meant to say that? You promise you do know how to... Oh. Oh, you like what? Way more than whip? I don't know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What could be better than whipping? Yeah, UFOs are kind of like you gave up. Or, you know, they have a lot of dust on them. You just got the perfect frame for your corn print. Nice. Oh, that'll be awesome. You try it on your cloak after pinning it and you love it? Hey, that's awesome. So what did you do for pinning it? Like, did you pin it to the mantle? To the hood? A distressed white wood frame? Gonna look so good. Awesome. As long as it's not like normal wood and then they lightly painted white over it. I'm just... that was a joke for Corin. we were watching, there's a clip where they were looking at old HGTV shows where they would do refabs of houses. And there was this whole segment where they were redoing a kitchen to be like country farm. Those were some shows back then. But I am sure that frame will look awesome. I've got a frame like that for one of the pieces I've got. Oops. You're going to add a backing to hide them after the first wash? Then blocking. Oh. Oh, and add a backing. Okay. Oh, that'll be nice. Just like a felt or some sort of cloth. One seam you pinned, and you pinned that seam together. Okay. And you tried it on delicately so not to lose a pen. Oh, cool. So now you have to sew it on. Matches the aesthetic of the print. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Very cool. One straight seam, and you're going to do this by hand since you don't want to get a sewing machine. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. What how do you sew that up? Like, what, use any sort of special stitch? Or I have not done any long form sewing by hand. Oh, I got a lot done at work today. That was good. Especially since all the deadlines are hitting. But I've got everything ready for the meetings on Monday and Tuesday. I still need to print out some stuff, but that's easy enough to do. Theoretically. Easy enough to do. I've got to prep the brief for Wednesday, tomorrow morning. But that's largely a bunch of like agenda slides, so that's not going to be taxing. I've got to also figure out whether I can make posters out of some things. Kind of late now to be trying this, but I'll give it a go and we'll see how hard it is. But yeah, I think I'm ready. I need to make Saturday like a recuperation day. Like I need to sleep in late. I need to sleep in until I wake up. And make sure that like I'm actually rested. Because once Sunday hits, it's going to be balls to the wall until Friday. So you forgot some other happy news? Oh, you're currently studying some courses and you got to be on the first one. Oh, fun. Apparently there aren't that many that get so high grades according to the teacher. So you're super happy to hear that. Oh, congratulations. Got the hard work validated. Nice. What are you, what kind of classes are you taking? If you don't mind sharing. Oh, even though, I mean, that's awesome. Congratulations. Oops. Yay, there's Chemical Squirrel. By the way, I said this before, but we had someone happen this in the Discord server that I didn't recognize. But they've got a Japanese name. It's Sakaki. And we've had several Sakakis. So it could be someone. They haven't said anything, so again, let me know. Just let me know if you get an unsolicited DM from them, and I will then presume they are a bot, and I will delete them. It's the one problem with things in general, but particularly being on YouTube, is, you know, someone will catch the channel or whatever. They'll see that I'm on Twitch. They'll go to Twitch, usually when I'm not on. They'll see we have a Discord and they'll join Discord. That's all fine and normal. The problem is like that's really hard to distinguish from like a bot, especially if they don't say anything. So like, well, I will not judge until evidence is shown to the contrary. Okay. Different healthcare studies. Oh, okay. You get a proper degree in the end, so you can get a permanent job as you. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's awesome. I hope that continues to go well. It's also nice indeed to be able to see hard work and steady pay off like that. I'm kind of curious, Rebecca. Do they grade on a curve at all? Or did I'm assuming other people had this experience when you were in, if you went to college, which is a grading on a curve. It probably depended on the class. Not sure what you mean by a curve. What it means is, rather than an absolute, where if you got like an 80 to a 90, that's a B. If you got 90 to 100, it's an A, whatever. Typically you take the scores that your students get and you average them, or you get the distribution of the scores, and typically the average score becomes a B, or maybe like a B minus. And then from your average score, which could be like a 50, up will be the, B through A plus, etc. And then down will be C, D, etc. So it's adjusting based on the sampling in the class. So it's more like a relative grading. It was very common in the sciences in university.
Mm.
2 hours left of sunlight. Should you go outside and try to sew, or try to stay in? I don't know. Are there lots of insects outside? Where would you go if you went outside? Trying to decide what kind of heel you want to put on your sock. What are your choices? German short row, afterthought heel. Those are the only two I know, and I've only even done one of those once. Alpaca, how are you doing? Your high school physics teacher did a curve because it was her first year teaching physics, or his first year teaching physics. I took a class, I've mentioned this before, I took a class in undergraduate. It was kinetics, and the curve on the average on the final was 33, or maybe it was 30 out of 100. And I was ecstatic because I got a 33. I was so thrilled that I got a 33 on that test. That class was ridiculous. That class did not prepare me at all for actual kinetics, which is the real shame. Wait a minute. Oh, like what's going on here? We've already done our thing here. Okay, there we go. So this is our first stitch. There we go. Okay. Not that much, really, either on porch or near the river. Okay. Allergies inside. Your allergies are now gone? Oh, that's good. Your medieval class was the same. You thought you had done so badly because you got a 76? You need to reach different knowledge levels on different topics rather than specific scores. Okay. To reach a B, you need to show deep and comprehensive knowledge about the different aspects of the course. Reach A, you need to be able to discuss and reflect on more aspects than you did. Okay. Was on A level on about 3 of 8 and B in the rest. So your grade entered a B. Okay. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Rather than points more about expressing your knowledge. Okay, well, that's good. That's probably a much harder thing to grade, but it's probably much more accurate. There was a professor that I TA'd, did teaching assistant for a lab for 1 semester, and his test for the students was the old, I'm going to give you a piece of chalk and you're going to go to the chalkboard, blackboard, and I'm going to ask you questions. And so that was much more that approach of like, let me see what you know and I'll see where your knowledge fails. So the grade you had to use on a curve to calculate your quotard, which is used to get into universities. Yours was atrocious. Did you get above freezing or below freezing? Nice. Okay, you were the a-hole that threw off the curve. Good for you. Medieval history? I mean, come on. It's always the history courses are the dangerous ones. Because then people are like, what? I had to memorize these dates? Get into medicine and lawyering, you needed 32, and you were like a 13. 13's average. Wow, okay. Hey, Goshi, have a good one. Yeah, that's right. Flunk everyone. Hey, Semi. Happy almost weekend. Oh wait, okay. Almost weekend. And similarly, happy almost done with this shirt. I got 2 more of these rows to do. And then the edging row and we're done. And then we got to weave in the ends, but... And there's certainly not a small number of ends. Oh, there's the ad break. Here's the toughest professor you had on campus. You had to read a passage of text, name it, and then give a summary of what each passage was about. Ugh. Also talking about a class that spanned 1,000 years of history, so after that semester he cut the class into 3 different classes. On further reflection, this may be too much material. How much too much? It should be 3 classes. Oh. That's awesome. Hey, on the plus side, you got 3 classes for the price of 1. You remember your name 2 years later when you graduated? Wow. See, that's a sign of a teacher that like is really like focused well on the students. I mean, or at least just has a really great brain for that sort of a thing. Dun, 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 dun. Hmm. Dun, 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 dun. All right. When you're in high school, you used IGG, VG, and MVG. Not pass, passed, passed well, passed very well. Okay. Much easier to grasp as a student. Much harder to grade correctly for students, right? Or for teachers. One of my, when I was a grad school, I got to TA eventually for organic chemistry. And one of the professors used to have what he called the A question. So the idea was most of the test was straight stick from the lecture notes or the book, the reading material, you know, like just show me that you were following in class and understand these principles. With maybe a little bit of, you know, novelty or whatever. But there was always, then there was one question that was to distinguish the students that like really got the material. So you were pushing them beyond the envelope, but not like unreasonably, right? A little bit harder, a little bit more in-depth thinking, that sort of a thing. But the idea was then to just see who was like getting it more. Like, oh yeah, that's kind of an interesting approach. Now, this is a class of like, I forget how many, 1,000 students. So you definitely had to take a bulk approach. Oops. let's see. Last day of the month is actually next week. Oh. Okay. So we're going to do the, we're going to do the giveaways for April next Thursday. 1 week from today. We'll do what we've been doing, which is give like 10 giveaways, we'll have 5 new granny squares. And we'll do 5 calligraphy items. All right. Okay. He has not decided May's schedule yet. I think I ended up blocking Wednesday and Thursday of next week for music, so I shouldn't be scheduled on those days. I will be out for sure on Wednesday. For, what do you call it? I've got a work function on Wednesday evening, so I'll be going to that. So no stream next Wednesday. But I should be back to normal after that. I'll probably be late on Monday. So next week we have these annual meetings at work. Big week-long session of meetings at work that involve people coming back. We have people that are assigned various places throughout the world. And so we have these meetings every year where everyone comes back and we discuss stuff going on. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So again, on Monday, I'm responsible for most of the first days of events. But the day should wrap up by like 4 or so. So I should be able to stream still that day, but later. Tuesday, I go to the Marine Corps thing going on. But my thing's at 1. And it's done by 2. So I should be able to leave there around 3. And oh yeah, Wednesday we've got like an all-day thing. Oh, but then there's the reception, so no, it doesn't matter. I won't no stream on Wednesday. But then Thursday and Friday, I should be able to get back at a normal time. But there's a high likelihood my brain will just be like purified by that point. Or liquefied by that point. It's hard to believe because it feels like it's liquefied now. Oof. Let's see. We got 2 hours here before I need to get out, so I think we can finish this. Ooh. Backstitching is fun. Using backstitching. Ah. Okay, we're almost done with this row. We can do it. I've got to finish up some review tonight. I'm hoping it'll only take an hour, but it might take like 2. So we'll see. Oh. Hey, MSV, how are you doing? Thank you for the check-in. Oops. I hope you're having a good day. Oh, apple. Do, do, do. You're doing good? Just working on your first crochet. Oh, nice. You don't know what it will end up being since it's helping you practice rows of a single crochet. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. How's that going so far? Okay, that you're acknowledging that it won't be perfect. Okay. How's like tensioning and all that stuff going? I think that was the hardest thing for me. I don't know about you, but like just holding the yarn, getting used to that, getting consistent with that. That's why. Okay. I think that's pretty normal. I think that takes time to develop. Okay, there we go. That was row 6. 2 more to go. Let's do it. I may still have my first project ever laying around, which is basically like an ever-increasing granny square. And it has a huge like pucker in the middle, uneven, whatever, because my tension was horrible at the very beginning, very loose. And as I got accustomed and got bigger and bigger, it tightened up and got consistent. But that middle section is just still like all over the place. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. Ah, I forgot to turn. There we go. I thought I turned, but apparently I did not. Boom, boom, boom. Dee, 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 dee. Oh, you're using red heart all in one granny square yarn for that? Okay, there you go. I think that's a pretty good first project. Hey, Lunatic. Am I still going to export the Zcat? Yeah, that takes time, and I have a really busy week, so I'm not going to have a chance even to look at that until Saturday at the earliest. But yeah, I'll take a look at the WonderCat stuff, but it's not something I can just like poop out. Oh yeah, I'll put a post on YouTube. It'll probably be hosted on GitHub, my guess. It's like the easiest thing just to put that up there. They don't end up being very big files since it's just text. It's funny though, for WonderCat, for Fushigi Neko no Kyuu-chan, I've been putting one chapter all in one volume because there aren't any chapters, unlike all the other manga. So other manga, I would divvy it up by chapters, and so the files would be, the sections would be a little bit smaller. But with Kyuu-chan, there's no chapters, so it's one volume is one file. Like, okay, so it'll just be one ginormous file. Oops. I'm not going to remember this, but I need to remember to take my base in tonight. I also need to remember to check the batteries. The way you're getting through this, telling yourself just keep stitching. Oh no. You can do it. You can do it. Reminds me when people say, just trust the process. Usually there's that some point in the pattern where you're like, I don't think this is right. And the idea is that you should just keep doing it. It'll get there. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes it's not. Oh! Okay, we got a new color change here. I got the notification today that one of our colleagues had been working on a project or whatever for someone, and they had written up a memo summarizing their findings for a particular organization on a topic that I won't go into. The person who's receiving this takes that memo, throws it into a large language model, and says, rewrite this for a different organization. Takes the output and then like sends it out to people as like a read ahead for an upcoming meeting. It's not clear that they looked at any of the output. Anyway, I'm adding that to the pile of things that we need to talk about with the people that we work for, about like what constitutes less positive uses of this technology. Yeah. Well, the worry was like that because the output reused our names, the name of our organization in the memo, and the sponsor, the person's name also. So it's like, yeah, you know, you might want to have like, did you read it? Did you read the output? Are you sure that's what you, anyway, there's so much not so great there. But those are the type of conversations to have, which is like, hey. Anyway. Usually comes to mind after you frog a specific part of the chain and you're forced to redo it. Oh. Usually comes to mind after you, oh. Yeah, you know. Frogging is not fun. Mm-hmm. It's all part of learning. Getting better. Getting replaced by a robot. You just started learning less than a month ago? Well, there you go. I mean, that's all. I mean, I'm sure you're making a great progress. Do a little bit every day, or a lot of it every day. You'll definitely be getting better all the time. There we go. There we don't go. This your longest attempt? Oh, and the most focused you've ever been on not giving up out of frustration. Well, that's great. You're starting to feel the pressure of an oncoming yarn chicken. Oh no, yarn chicken race with your black yarn. Haven't reached the halfway point, starting to run low. Got 2 balls, so one for each half, but it's not much left on the first ball, so you're starting to get nervous. It'll be enough. Oh no. If you had to get more, is that possible? Or since this is a UFO, is the yarn so old that it's like, well, good luck. You did check it out, but there aren't many left. Okay, even more reason to get this done now. Go, go, go. Bum, 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 bum. Oh man. The last couple of weeks at choir practice have been tough. Before that, the one guy who was the really out of pitch, off rhythm singer was gone for a few weeks. And so singing was a lot easier. We had another guy that's still a little bit off, but not as bad as this other guy. Well, the last couple of weeks, this guy's back, and in the back row, it's him, another really solid singer, an okay singer, and then me as the basses.
Hello there.
And there were two things I noticed out of tonight. Last week was terrible because we couldn't hit certain intervals. It was bad. Last night, the choir conductor is very much like trying to get us to hit our fifths, this particular interval of singing. And you can tell like we're trying to sing the pitch and it's just under, and it's really frustrating. But then at one point, the conductor also said, like, you know, basses, you're unusually robust tonight, meaning like being loud, trying to get us to like quiet down a little bit more. And I thought about it. I'm like, I know why. It's because the one good singer is trying to sing a little bit more aggressively so that maybe the other two will listen better. But the one guy on the end, he doesn't listen. He just sings louder. And so it's like a multiplicative effect. So it's really bad because we'll get to quiet passages and we'll be way too loud. We'll be way too loud because of this this weird effect going on. So I don't know. It's been a year of trying to encourage and say, like, listen to the people around you. And the person does not know how to listen. So I don't know what you do with that. I did determine that I need to practice my solfege going backwards more though. I cannot for the life of me do sol fa mi re do. Sol fa mi re do. I always want to do sol fa re mi do. Sol fa mi re do. Sol fa mi re do. Sol fa mi re do. Anyway. Boop-a-doop-doo. All right, we're halfway there on our last row. Well, our last triple row. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum, dum. Oh, you remember being in Glee Club? Another member kept letting a high-pitched squeak on the high notes, but blaming everyone else for her issues since she was always skipping more, of course. That's always the person that comes in like 20 minutes late. Which, this guy is usually like 10 minutes late. It sounds like some of the conductor have a talk with the off-pitch guy. He's tried that. He's tried that. So I think at this point it's like he needs active coaching. You had one girl like that in your alto group. After a few extra 10 minutes, she got the hang of listening, finding the pitch. Yeah, she couldn't hear her voice among the others to start with. Yeah, I mean, I think it's something that one-on-one coaching would help. But just saying like listen more is clearly not working because the person doesn't know how to listen. It's not even clear that they know how to listen to their own voice. It's also not clear that they understand. It's not clear that they understand that when they're singing and no one else is singing, that's a problem. So anyway, good boy. How's it going? Hello, hello. We were doing a piece where they kept coming in early. No one else was singing. They started singing. Like, that's not the right time. Did it multiple times. Why, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. What wait, needle material? You mean like this? I don't know. I mean, these are aluminum, right? I don't know. I don't really pay much attention to the material of the needle or the hook. Is there a material that you prefer? Eventually led to her embarrassing herself at graduation because she squeaked during the "I believe I can fly." Well, there we go. I believe I can squeak. Her trick was to hold one ear so she could hear her own pitch more easily. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that helps, right? When you're usually I have to do that when someone's off pitch next to me. Plug up the ear to like, okay, at least you hear yourself internally better. But yeah, we're doing a piece that has like some chromatic movements where you're just kind of going in half steps. And like he's not hitting the right pitches, but he's also not listening that he's not hitting the right pitches. So it's just very strange. Unless if someone needs to like stop and say like, no, that was not correct. Which maybe we're getting to that point. So you're novice. Okay. Are you just starting crochet then? Whoa. What are you currently working on? Lady gave you a big plastic one and an acrylic hook. Well, you know, I mean, whatever, the material shouldn't matter too much. Although if you have a material that causes like more stickiness with the yarn, that may or may not be a good thing or bad thing. Depending. Acrylic yarn. Oh, acrylic yarn. You're doing a beanie. Okay. Hey, Taysmart. How are you doing? Hope you've been well. You prefer aluminum, metal? More smooth feeling. Yeah, wood can be kind of sticky occasionally, but that can have an advantage if you're knitting. Sometimes like really smooth needles have the risk of like just flying right out, which is not a good thing. Oh yeah, I saw you were on. I hadn't seen you in a while, so just hung out for a bit. I hope you're doing well. You work with the large hooks. Hey, it looks like we got an ad break here starting. We're gonna have like 3 minutes of ads pop up here soon. Here's the funny part. You have mid-tone hearing loss, yet you were able to adapt listening to a pre-recording of all songs for every practice. Now see, it sounds like you're actively trying though. I think that's a big difference. Like you're actively trying, whereas I don't think this person's trying at all. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm not giving them enough credit, but given it's the same problems over and over and over, acrylic hook with an acrylic yarn can feel sticky, squeaky. I don't know that I've used an acrylic hook. Try an aluminum one. You've been working off your butt welding conveyors. Nice. Well, at least you've got... Sounds like you're staying busy. That's good. Oops. Five to 11 hour days a week. Nice. That's pretty well employed. You know, it's funny. I remember someone saying that back in 2004, 2005, which was after Katrina, Rita, the hurricanes hit the Gulf Coast, right? Massive devastation along the coast shoreline. And so there's a lot of things that need to be rebuilt and reconstructed. Welders were in massive shortage. In particular, at the shipyards, say, where you need a lot of welding, they couldn't get people because the casinos were hiring at a higher rate because they were losing massive amounts of money every day that they weren't open. So the casinos were willing to pay higher premium for work or for labor. Anyway, strange economics back then. They also sell expensive wooden ones. Oh, right. Yeah, the wooden ones tend to be more expensive just because, I mean, they're often like handmade. Not always, but... Couple more weeks of that is what your boss estimates. Okay. That was a casino thing. Well, that's what they said. And again, this was like 2004, 2005 after two massive hurricanes devastated the Gulf of Mexico area. Gulf of America. Oh, you didn't get it. Okay. 2017. But I think it's still kind of like a low, what do they call it? High demand, low, whatever. I think if you sit on the wooden ones, it'll snap. Oh, 10 quid. Well, that's not bad. Maybe those are like mass produced. It's I think it's a matter of just like getting used to what you like, what you feel. I've got, like, for instance, I've got these double pointed needles for knitting, or you could use them, I guess, for whatever you wanted, but they're wooden, but they have like a resin or something on the surface that's slightly sticky. And I was doing something with them, and it was just really frustrating because the way that the needle was moving in with the yarn was just, it didn't feel right. And I don't know, it just kind of depends on the, I actually got out talcum powder and powdered the needle to make it smoother, which helped. But yeah. Yeah, it's like a varnish that's just, it's tacky, rubbery, some weird thing. And yeah, and so it changes the feel. Maybe under some circumstance that might be like a good thing, but for what I was using it for, it was annoying. All right, there we go. Oops. Okay, let's try that again. All right, we're at the end of the row, so we're going to slip knot join or try. Okay. Now I'm going to knit chain and turn. And we're going to do our edging. The edging is basically a single crochet in the gap. Okay. And then we're going to skip the first treble crochet, and then we're going to single crochet in the next two. And that's going to be our edging. So we go in the gap, skip 1, 2, and 3. We're just going to do that all the way around. You thought about buying that style of twisted yarn? Decided that it would drive you bonkers. You love the colors. Yeah, this has definitely been frustrating. Definitely been a frustrating yarn. Some people have said that it's better knitting. Like it's less frustrating when you're knitting with it. I can neither confirm nor deny. But I can confirm that for crochet. Now, I will say also for crochet, like what I'm doing now, single crochets, it's fine. If you pay enough attention, you're generally okay. It's still, like, the size of the hook is pretty small compared to the yarn. So you still run the risk of, like, not grabbing enough, like there, and losing one of the threads. But with the treble crochet, where you're pulling through two and like weird angles, a lot more difficult to get a clean pull through. inevitably you snag something or lose one of them or something. And I probably redid a quarter of the treble crochet stitches. So you've done some of both. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you'd still have to pay attention because I've worked with splitty yarn before knitting, and that's not fun either. You knit backwards, you're left-handed, so you purl stitches and pearls don't get along, yeah. I don't think anyone really likes purling. I haven't gotten the feeling that it's really that much better for right-handed people. That's funny though. Jamie Farmer will twist his purl stitches, and then when he knits them on the other side or whatever, he'll just, you know, twist it back. Hey, Sherman's Fire! We're almost done. This is the final row. We're doing the edging on the last sleeve. Hope you're doing well. I think we're about that far along, so we got a little bit to go here. Oh man. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I was coughing. Yeah, so we're almost there. We're almost we're almost persevered. But yeah, you're tired. So do you know when you're is your shift over date still like June now, or what's that like looking like? Or I mean your shift to night shift. This week's been going okay, but next week is the really busy week. So I've been busy preparing for next week, and I really need to make sure that I recuperate on Saturday, because once Sunday hits, I don't get a chance to breathe until maybe Thursday or late or maybe early Friday. So supposedly opens last week in May. No, but without the expansion. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. Who's responsible there? Is that like the facility or the or is there like a lab manager? You done a decent amount of stuff that would count towards an MLT too, which would mean more pay. Oh, that's good. Well, it sounded like some of the stuff you were doing with like the calibrations and stuff was like above and beyond. Oh, the construction company. Fire alarms failed. Ooh, they put smoke right under the detector and it didn't go off. And something is wrong with certain pipes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, that's why they do tests. You have an issue with one of your drains where it overflows and it shouldn't? And they'll have to come in and fix that. Ugh. Well, again, good to identify all that stuff now. Or identify as much of it as you can now. It's a drain where specimen and reagent go into hello biohazardous. Oh boy. Yeah, you don't want that overflowing. Take a short break from crocheting. Sit in a room full of steam. Oh yeah, your nose is clogged. The weather's going from 40 to 80. Yeah, the weather roller coaster has been pretty annoying. Well, good luck unclogging. We're going like, we're 80 now, but it's supposed to like drop again this weekend, I think. I don't know where you are, but ugh. And it's supposed to be all rainy next week here. Oh, you're in Allentown. Okay, yeah, I'm nearby. I'm in Washington D.C. area. So like, yeah, 80s today. 80s today, tomorrow, but then like 60 and low of 40. 44. And then we look, we're actually getting kind of spring-like weather. This is actually kind of spring-like weather here in late April, May. So it was 26 Tuesday night. Okay. I think we hit 30. I think we hit 31 or something like that. You're further north, so that makes sense. Yeah. Whee! Or whee. Good times. Good times. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. This is the home stretch. I think that's our ending point. Let's go. Let's heckin' go. Hard to believe. I think, you know, in the grander scheme of things, I forget when I started this. It might have been like middle of March. But, you know, it didn't, you know, certainly it wasn't a massively long project. Of course, it would have been a lot shorter had I made a medium-sized shirt instead of a large. Okay. You've had 4 nosebleeds today? Oh no. It's too hot. Has it been really dry too? Ooh. Well, I'm sure the steam room helps with that too then, right? Yeah. I used to get a lot of nosebleeds when I was a kid. A lot of nosebleeds. Issues with the HVAC. Humidity has been below 18. Been having mild nose, but I can imagine. That's brutal. Ugh. Yeah, like that almost calls for a saline spray just to snort during the day or something. That's it. We're done. That was the last stitch. Ba-ba-ba. Hold on. There we go. Pop the soot. Pop the bubbly. All right. So lots of ends to weave in. Oops. But we're done.
I want some tea!
There we go. We got buttons. We got buttonholes. We got B-holes. Thank you for the bits. Celebratory bits. We got our B-holes, the buttonholes. We got our collar. Our sleeves. There we go. All right. Punch those buns. Okay. Let's see. I got a music rehearsal starts in an hour, so I need to leave in like 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and start sewing in the loose ends. But before we do that, I'm going to take a break. I missed the last two breaks. So grab a break, grab a stretch, and I'll be right back. Loose ends. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of those. A lot of loose ends. All right. Oh, you know what? Chicken butt. Hey, DMF, how are you doing? 3 years? Wait. Oh, it's a 2-year mark. 2-year mark. Whew. Thank you for the 25 months. DMF, hope you're having a great one. Thank you so much. Thank you for using your Prime. Hope you've been well. We are manga-less yesterday and today. We'll get back to manga tomorrow. We're 3 chapters from being done with Jujutsu Kaisen. Can you believe it? And of course, I'm in the middle of another copyright dispute with Shueisha. So, but, yeah, we're, chapter 269, which is there. So we got 3 chapters and the epilogue, which is technically more than 1 epilogue, but, I think we're going to pick up Chainsaw Man. I think we're going to do Chainsaw Man. We read through the first arc 2 years ago and stopped because the series was still going, but the series just ended. So I think we'll go back and read it from the start. Hey, Rebecca, have a good night. Thank you so much for hanging out. It was good to see your projects. Good luck with the baby blanket and the black yarn. Beat that chicken. Oh, so hobby. That's weird. There we go. Okay, so this is what we're doing next. We have all the yarn. Wait, what does this mean? Is that a Nui Gurumi? Well, I think this qualifies as Amigurumi. Although there probably is some Nui. Continuous spiral. Head and body are worked in a single piece. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, he doesn't really have much of a neck. Yeah, that's right. So there will be some sewing, but just for like putting like on the arms and say putting the ball on top of the hat. Color or changes are worked in the jacquard technique. Leaving the yarn we don't use behind the work when crocheting the diagram for the body, or cutting the strands when the color changes are widely spread, like in the owl's face. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I can see what that means, but interesting. I haven't heard that being called the jacquard technique. The cheeks are sewn on too separately. And the beak. Do not stuff the beak. Okay, well, the good news is, see, this is at least a modest sign of a good crochet pattern. It lists the number of the round. It lists the total stitches. Here's the wings. There's spells. It is a little bit of an incantation. Here's the beret, the pom-pom, the scarf. Okay. This looks relatively straightforward. I don't think this will be too bad. If only scarves were this easy to make. So the scarf is designed, you really only wrap it around once, but it's designed to look like it's got multiple folds, I think. That's cute. All right. So we did this one, and then there was the squirrel. Was it the squirrel? Yes. Yeah, the owl is cute. So we're going to be doing that next. That'll be our next one. We're also going to do the squirrel. But I think we'll do the squirrel second. Squirrel's got a big tail. Hey, Piffle Cake, happy Friday, enjoy. Thank you for the lurk. Are they? Yeah, they're filled with stuffing. Check out the giant bunny. They're filled with they're filled with this stuff, like fiber fill. The lifeblood of every amigurumi. Oh, like that head there. Okay, so yeah, the owl will be our next project that we start. So we'll probably start looking at that maybe tomorrow. Let's start sewing some stuff. Hey, pork. Hope you're doing well. Oh, rubber chicken. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Could be a disaster. This project was also a free pattern from Hobby, so hopefully the owl will be better done. Managing, still not sleeping well? Oh. I'm just trying to make it to Friday. Like, just make it to Friday. Come on. We can do this. Like, I can try to sleep Friday. Friday night, that is. That's gonna be my one night to get some good sleep. Oh, definitely not tonight. I gotta get to music practice in about 30 minutes. I get home from that, I've got an hour or two of work to do. Because I gotta have that ready for someone by tomorrow morning. Hopefully that will mean that I can work a little bit less tomorrow, but we'll see. I got a lot to do to get ready for the coming week. In fact, I probably even regardless, I've got a bunch of stuff I need to do on Saturday. I've got to... I want to write out a script for my the thing I'm going to be talking through next week. Because it needs to be tight. Like, I've got 45 minutes, and I really need to hit pretty close to that. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, well, that'll be fine. I'll just be really tired next week. Oh, I gotta get up the energy for this. Alright, where am I sewing you in? I don't know. Should you be shopping for more roving? No. But are you? Yes. What are you looking at? Totally normal. I mean, it's kind of like buying toilet paper, right? It's fine. You'll use it at some point. Guarantee. Guarantee you will use it at some point. Might be a couple of years from now. Exactly. It may be, you know, in an estate sale after you're long gone that someone buys your roving and then actually turns it, but it will get used. Toothpaste. Yeah, exactly right. Same thing, toothpaste. Ooh. That's very pretty. It's low stock. Low stock trim is fire. It's got that sparkly, the sparkly tinsel yarn. How much is it? Or how many grams? Oh, 4-ounce quantity. Looks like 100 grams. It depends on what you choose. Oh, okay. You haven't spun sparkly before? What is the sparkly? Stellina. Mulberry silk. Ooh, that's a pretty one too. I like the sparkly one better. That's the Stellina. What is Stellina though? Was ist Stellina? It's just a metallic gold thread. Metallic thread. Huh. Stellina itself is like 70 75% wool, 20 nylon, and 5 metallic. So it's possible this is like even less, because it doesn't look like 5%. Very pretty though. I love the colors. Hey, Lil Valentine, have a good night. Oh no! Sparkle fell into the cart. How did that happen? Sparkles. Look at all these pretty yarns. Ooh, look at this blue. That is gorgeous. Yeah, that's right. Better hit checkout before anything else accidentally falls in there. Or, you know, wait a little bit and see if anything... Ooh, look at this one too. Ugh. These are gorgeous. This tweed. Might accidentally knock another shelf, see what falls in. Oh, look at that thing. So, how do they get the streaking, the pattern to be so consistent so long over the course of the braid? Blend it, but like usually most of the blending I've seen is like on the drums that are like really short. So like how do you keep it that consistent over long ranges? Oh boy, look at that one. A dizzy. Oh, okay, so there's like some sort of tool. Oh, they've got yarn. Oh, they've got a, what do you call it, cochineal. That's fun. This is the original natural red dye. Oh, so they've got like dyeing chemicals too. Oh, neat. Logwood natural dye. Ooh, for that purple? Interesting. It's a Diz. Oh, here we go. A Diz stick. No, I mean this is like a gauge stick. So it's not this, might be something else. Oh, look at that. If you look it up, how it's used, you'll understand how they can pull it off the carter in long strips. Okay. That's right, Enabler's Advocate. I mean, then you get to live vicariously. Oh, they got indigo. Nice. Okay, so they sell a lot of dyeing equipment. That's cool. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, flax. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Wow, very beautiful. Oh, another one. Yeah, that's right. Get a custom yarn. Ooh. The Verde collection. Wait. Oh, okay. That's funny. Herb garden. Arbor. Ooh, arbor's lovely. Fancy asparagus and dill. What are the little flecks in dill? I don't know that I like those. They look kind of like bugs. I like arbor. With that like brownish red. Is it a tweed, or is it like really concentrated dye crystal? Like, I don't know. I think it's just I think it's dye pellets. You know, like they sprinkled on like splashes of the dye crystal to get that effect, rather than like a tweed, which is like some other like thing. Yeah, you definitely need to find out firsthand with the arbor. Definitely with this one. Wait, you chose to buy less yarn this week so you could get your fiance a Switch 2 on Tuesday? So you could buy him. Okay. I mean, at some point, right? There should be a reciprocation of yarn and fiber. Someone. So tomorrow on the Moko giveaways, this will be given away, but it doesn't have to be this one. So I'm going to ask the person that wins whether they want a different color combination or whatever. So we may end up making another one. Hopefully we do, because I would like to keep this one. But I was just thinking, oh, what would that look like with a yarn made from these sort of things? That would look fascinating. Oh, anyway, okay. The Call of the Wild, the Call of the Arbor. All right. I'm making good progress on sewing in these ends. I don't really care at this point. I feel like I'm done. I could just walk around with this like threads hanging off of this thing and I'm fine. Your son shamed you for not having enough orange yarn. You don't have enough orange yarn? Just think of all the cute goldfish you're not going to be able to make because you don't have enough orange yarn. Why don't you have enough orange yarn? Why? Boop. Our cute little fish escapades. How could you? These were cute. Oh. That's right. How could you do this? Okay, let's get back to hey Starshine, how are you doing? Happy Friday Eve. Hope you're having a good one. Bum, 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 bum. He's 6 and has an orange obsession, but you just got into yarn buying in October. Okay. It takes time. Tell your 6-year-old that he needs to get a job so that he can buy you yarn. That's funny. My one of my colleagues at work, his son was on a massive orange kick, and he's in middle school, but all his clothes were heavily orange. Shoes. I don't remember necessarily being gung-ho on a color. I do vaguely recall not enjoying switching like from shorts to pants and pants to shorts. That's more when I was really little, but Friday already, I know. Feeling stressed because your app keeps crashing. Oh no. Oh, and taking your shop or your phone to the shop? Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Well, good luck. That's annoying on your phone to have that happen. That's not a good sign. Good luck. Your hand's healing well, but you're still not back crocheting just yet. Okay. Do you know like how long that's going to take? He's mad because he couldn't find him orange sneakers on sale. Oh no. I actually have a pair of old orange sneakers. I have actually a pair of old orange sneakers. I forget where I got them. Your favorite color forever was like green? Like a green? When you hit college, it was red, and you recently fall in love with yellow. There you go. How old are they? I don't know. Maybe like 20 years old. Oh, lime green. I was like green. Well, you know, lime green is kind of like a green. Like, sir, where are you going with this needle? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going wherever. Sir, please put the needle down. I think it could be a bug or virus. Yeah. Hopefully it's not, because that would, that's scary. Still a little sore, a couple of weeks. All right. Well, hopefully that heals fast too. That was autocorrect. Oh, okay. He's autistic and has cerebral palsy. Aw. You have a lot more patience because you rarely ask for anything except orange items. Oh. I was gonna say that's not typically an easy color to find for stuff. The needle fiasco with the button. Oh. That only took forever. I kept threading the wrong needle. Pokemon related plushies or books. Well, there you go. That's completely normal. That's normal. Understandable. All right, let's sew in this end, and I think then I'm gonna have to go. It's 7:10, or it's almost 7:10, and I need to get to music practice. So we may actually have to finish up sewing the ends tomorrow, but then when we're done with that, then we'll start the owl. Or I may be scrambling to fill a bunch of like what do you call them? A bunch of Ko-fi orders, but somehow I doubt it. All right, there we go. You just can't find the shoes in his size. Be ordering them for him to wear at kindergarten. Oh, I graduated wow, in June. Well, there we go. That'll be good to have him then. All right, we did about like 5 of maybe 20 ends. So, and thank you for the check-in. Hope you're having a good day. I gotta run. Good timing. I'm about to get out of here. We're gonna go raid Supreme. Oh, good. When I saw her earlier, she was like 66. Now she's 88, so that's good. Let's go bolster Supreme. Supreme is pushing for partner, the leader of the crafty collective. So if you can hang out a little bit to help her with the partner push, that would be awesome. But you know, it's also good just to hang out there. I will unfortunately have to raid and run because I got to get to music practice again. I know it's 7:10. I got to split. I'm totally bowling. I'm bowling out. Yeah, thank you everyone. I hope you all have a good rest of your week. I will be streaming tomorrow. Again, we'll probably finish this, the loose ends, and we're going to start the owl. We're going to start with the owl. Or maybe we'll make another one of these little guys depending on how things end up. So we'll see. We'll just play it by ear, whatever's fun. Hope you all have a good one. Stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated, and stay humidified. And I will catch you all next time. Let's go raid Supreme, and I'll see you all next time. Again, bye for now.